Hello, hello, hello. Let me just give you a caution right now. If you're easily offended, don't watch this live. If you need some badass energy, juju, and power, you should absolutely watch this live. If you need to feel like you can take on the world and that it's okay to be you and that everything, then you should watch this live. So I'm just putting it out there. If you're easily offended, you shouldn't watch this live. Actually, if you're easily offended, you shouldn't be in my world at all. So that's my ... caveat to all this. I am going to make my shake. If you guys are coming on here, say what's up. I know this is a bad angle. I promise not to leave you here for a long time. It's Saturday morning. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Charlotte. Right? I should be at the piggy farm, but the lady had to go into work, so now I can't go to the piggy farm. I'm so sad. I wanted to go to the piggy farm. I did indeed. But it's okay. I'll get to go at some point, right? Hello, 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 hello. We're gonna share. I'm gonna give Facebook a couple of minutes to get this all out there. Hey guys, say hi to me as you pop on here. I'm fucking fired up. Again, I know that you might have missed that part of the live, but no, I'm not getting a new piggy. I wanted to go and see the piggies at the piggy farm and take my piggy to make some piggy friends. Sorry, I know this is loud. But it's okay. Ooh, there's chunks in there. You know what we say about chunks. Hi, Laura. Hi, Shannon. Say hi to me as you're coming on here. You guys know I don't go live on Saturdays. Oh, my face stuff looks funny. Or my eyebrows look funny. I mean, now that I did my face stuff. You guys see my eyelashes? They're almost all the way normal. They're a lot of work and assholes and defiant and mischievous, but I love my piggy. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Lisa. All right, so here we go. So my subject, right, line is about how I lost $500,000. So let's talk about this. Oh, let's see. 14. At some point at the beginning of 2015, somewhere right around there, I had done a free Facebook party. And that's where on Facebook I do a training on a certain topic. Some of you guys have attended. How many of you guys have attended one of my Facebook parties? Just shout out me in the comments. And that's where I create a training, and it's all done in Facebook posts. And so it's like, you know, post number 1 is this aspect of the training, and 2 and 3. And it's usually about 5 different areas of whatever topic. We actually just did one this past Wednesday, okay? And anyways, I, at that point, had not done a lot of swearing in my business, okay? So, hold on, I gotta open this. At that point, I hadn't done a lot of swearing in my business, and I was starting to get to the point of my company that I was sick of being an edited version of myself. I had hit the point where it was starting to annoy me, and so I had started unleashing Power Coach Alishia. I had started swearing a little bit more and being a little bit more in your face. Mind you, I launched my direct sales coaching company in 2012. So this is like 3 years into it where I'm starting to just become or let myself be the more raw, real me that I am. And I don't even know. I can tell you it wasn't an F-bomb that I dropped because at the time I had a lot of 31 clients. And if you're familiar with 31, the company is based off of Proverbs 31 from the Bible. And, so I had a ton of 31 clients, and I knew that there was like a lot of godly people in my world, and, that they were, I guess the word would be easily offended souls. So I had myself pretty edited. And at that time, I would say about 50 to 60% of our clientele was 31 consultants. Well, this bitch decided to do a post in the Facebook party telling me all about how unprofessional I am because I swear and that I can get my message across without swearing and that swearing makes me look bad and that I'm a great person and that I shouldn't make myself look like that in the public and that she would really love the training that I have to offer, but she can't do it because of the swearing, right? So I'm not an easily offended person. I am, my like full believing self is offense is never given, it's chosen to be received. Like nobody can offend you. You have to choose to be offended. Okay. Can I just point out here so that we're all on the same page? I hate nothing more than unsolicited opinions. If I didn't fucking ask you what you thought about something, don't fucking tell me. Period. I hate unsolicited opinions. If I ask you, please tell me. If I don't, shut the fuck up because you will piss me off. So, that pissed me off. I'm not offended because you're offended. I'm fucking pissed that you decided to tell me your goddamn opinion when I didn't ask you your opinion. So what I did was I took the screenshot of her public fucking post. She didn't message this to me. It was a public post that all my clients could see. Anybody could see. Okay? Hi, Jessica. So I screenshotted that post. And I wrote this long rant about how swearing has nothing to do with your level of professionalism. Okay? And how upset I was that people believe that people do their best to push their beliefs on me. Okay? So that is something that makes me crazy. Okay, so you believe that swearing is unprofessional. Then don't fucking swear in your work. How about that? Because that's what you believe, right? It's like Christians believe this, Mormons believe this, Catholics believe this, and Scientologists believe all of this, right? Just because each of the people have different beliefs doesn't mean that any of the different groups really give a fuck to hear what the other group thinks about their religion. Am I correct? Just like drop a fucking emoji. Right? Do they really care what the other people think about the religion? And truth be told, do they want somebody to give their unsolicited opinion about the religion and their stance on their own religion? No. Nobody wants that. People don't want that conversation unless they're asked. Okay? So I screenshot this bitch and I posted it out and I said what the fuck I had to say. I was berated. Like it was bad. So I got lots of messages from these 31 consultants. I mean, I don't go to church. I believe in angels and spirits and ghosts. Your people can come back. My belief system is very simplistic, I would say, in my personal opinion. I'm not a godly person. I had struggle with Jesus Christ. I wasn't born with a God or Jesus or angels or any of that stuff. And here's my thing. And this is probably going to offend somebody. And I don't give a fuck. Just because I don't choose to be a godly person, just because I don't choose to worship Jesus Christ, just because that is not my choices, doesn't mean that I have the right to tell you what I think about your beliefs. I don't have the right. There's some of you that the way you run your life and the way you run your business is when everything goes bad, you pray to God for good. When everything goes good, you pray to God, thank you. It's all done publicly. It's all over Facebook. It's all over in, your daily posts. When you introduce yourself in my group, you cite different parts of the Bible. You know what? Fuck yeah. How awesome is that you can be you, right? How awesome is that you can do those things and it's okay, right? You're accepted as that. It's fine. Just because it's not what I choose to believe, it's not the path I choose to go down, that doesn't fucking mean that it's not true for you, right? Because you're allowed to have what be true for you. So I get all these messages. Back to my point. and I can't believe you. You need to take that post down. You should have never done that. You had no right to screenshot that post and say all of that. Wait, what do you mean I didn't have a fucking right? This bitch posted in my business world. This bitch said what she had to say in a public forum in my world. So I can't screenshot that shit, fucking call her out and defend myself? Wait a second. Wait a fucking second. So here goes this fucking two-faced bullshit about this bitch being able to post all of this shit out there about all how she feels, and I can't defend myself. I was supposed to send her a message. I was supposed to take it privately. There was no reason for me to do that. Yes, there fucking was. There was a reason to do that because that fucking bitch posted it publicly in my shit. There was a reason for me to do that. She did not send me a message. And had she sent me a message, I still would have fucking done a post, except for I wouldn't have called her out by name. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have said who the fuck she was had she sent me a message, but I still would have said what the fuck I had to say in a public forum. So that day, I said, I'm going to fucking find this post and I'm going to post it for you. I mean, it was bad. It was a big deal. And remember, I said 60% of my clients were 31 consultants at the time. I'm going to find it. I knew at that moment we were going to lose most of them. Most of them. Because what happened was I was messaged and I was told that I was wrong and I shouldn't have done that and blah, blah, blah. And I agree with her. I would be able to hear your message better if you didn't swear, and all of more unsolicited opinions, right? So this screenshot was taken and posted all over in the 31 world. Now, I don't understand how, if you are this godly person, how you can proceed like this. That's all I'm going to say. ... You fill in the blank however the fuck you want. You take it for whatever it is. It was posted all over in the 31 world. Don't coach with her. Don't work with her. This is how she treats her people. She swears. Oh yeah, I had bought some of her trainings before and I just couldn't deal with it. I couldn't, and I had team members who were in 31, and so they were showing me all of this stuff that was being said about me. Okay, so I could see all of this stuff, even though I wasn't in there. I just couldn't handle her filthy mouth and blah 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 and all of this stuff, right? And so my vice president and I, Shasta, who you guys see on, what the fuck days does she go live? Wednesdays, most Wednesdays. I told her, I was like, we're about to lose a fuck ton of clients. I mean, a fuck ton. She's like, I know. And I said, I'm okay with it. I made my decision. Thank you, Laura. You said it for me. So we did. We lost a lot of our clients. So 2014, we did about $571,525. So it's over $500,000. 2015, we dropped, I want to say we were somewhere around like 441. So we had dropped about like $130,000. And then 2016, we were in the high twos, I want to say, or the really low threes. And so it took time for it to fall off, but it had infected a whole portion of the company. Because you have to figure, I had probably 1,500 active clients. And so if 60% of them or more were 31 consultants, you can only imagine that, I mean, I don't even know what 60% of 1,500 is, but it's a fuck ton. So we had, over half, so we had maybe 700 active clients after that. I mean, it took a couple of years for it to fall off, but it was the first step to infection. And the reason why I tell you this story is because at that point, I promise you that at the point that happened, if you were a $500,000 company, you more than likely would have chose to re-edit yourself. Be honest. Would you have chose to re-edit yourself so you didn't lose the money? That's something that I want to know from you. Once I started my coaching business in 2012, I was constantly faced with decisions of what to continue doing, what to stop doing, should I continue editing myself? And these situations happened on a regular basis, where I would lose either my top level clients or I would lose a group of people who made up for a lot of my money. And the reason is because every single time I decided to let one more ounce of the power that is Power Coach Alishia out, people leave, right? They're offended by it. They don't like it. 2 years ago, 2015, that must have just been a fucked up year for me. In 2015, I did a power camp. It's the one I'm doing right now, called Get Your Shift Together. Okay. So the Get Your Shift Together power camp was done. And I did angel healing in the Get Your Shift Together power camp. And that's the thing. So ... Lisa, that's the thing. I was the breadwinner. So I was responsible for 7 households worth of income at that time. 7 households. My own household, my mom's household, Shasta was a single mom, and then I had 4 other people that worked for me, and I was responsible with paying their payroll. So not only was I responsible for, making sure my lights stayed on and taking care of my family, but I was responsible for 6 other people. So it would have been really easy for me to go, no, you need to be a fake edited version of yourself. You have all these fucking people to pay for. Your outgo is fucking high. You've got all this shit that if you don't, you have vacations that you want to take. If you don't do this, then you're going to lose your money. But I refused. I refused to let somebody or somebodies back me into a corner to be somebody that I'm not in order to make a buck. I launched my coaching business that way, 100% edited version of myself. And one of the things that I noticed is the more that I let the swear words come out as they come into my mind, the more powerful my message is. The more I edited them out, the less powerful my message is, because I'm working so hard at editing myself every single fucking time I say anything. It is so much work. It's so much work in my head. And it's exhausting. So as I started to progress through, it was basically like, it felt like the universe was saying, see, you're an idiot. You shouldn't swear. See, you're an idiot. You should have stayed an edited version of yourself. See, you're an idiot. You shouldn't do that. Or the ego, right, is telling me this. While, got the angel, the devil, the ego, or your ingi, which is your inner guide for good, is on the other shoulder going, no, you need to do this. It's killing you inside. You need to do this. You're, dying a slow death being that version. So anyways, time went on and it went on and it went on and it went on. And it's brought us to where the company is now, which is fine. I'm so good with it. Like, I couldn't imagine being that version of myself for a prolonged amount of time. I couldn't. I don't even know where I'd be. I think I would be extremely depressed. And for me, that's like rock bottom, because I'm not a depressed person. I don't easily get depressed. And so I think that it would have just killed me. And so anyways, funny enough, now some of the people who left me then are with LuLaRoe. Some of the people who left me then, when they see me like in person or whatever, or they're back into my world, or they see me at some event, it's different, right? They are nice to me or whatever, two-faced bitches, but they're different, right? So they don't act like they left my world because they were offended by something that I did. They act like everything has been kosher. And it's like, dude, I fucking know you were a client of mine, and you were one of the fucking people who sent me a message, and you were one of the people who fucking left. Exactly, Charlotte. Exactly. Okay, so that's how I lost over $500,000. And had I built my company authentically from the beginning, I would have built it probably to over $1 million and never lost it, right? In my heart, that's my hindsight. I know that with my heart, because if you build your company as you are from the beginning, from the ground up, then the tribe that you attract, the tribe that comes to your world, that's okay, Crystal, the tribe that comes to your world, they fucking love you. They love you, and they're obsessed with you, everything about you. And you can build $1 million empire doing that, right? And it wasn't until I was listening to Danielle Laporte and the Desire Map, and she's like this really soft spoken. I was on a bike ride and I'm listening to the Desire Map, and she's this soft spoken, like, sweet girl, and she's like totally shaman, Buddhist, all these, like, all the things in that world. She's been all these different religions, and she's just like so quiet and gentle. And she said fuck on her audiobook, and I was like, what? That's crazy. And it was like, I didn't realize there was a whole world of fucking people out there that were millionaires and multi-billionaires and gazillionaires who just showed up as who the fuck they were. And I love it. And so I was like, that's what like inspired me to start down the path. Okay, so let's fast forward to today. And this is a message for every single one of you. My number one thing is this. If you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like how I'm doing it, if you don't like how it's being received or showing up, if you don't like the processes of it, if you don't like anything about it, go fucking find somebody you do. I don't give a fuck where you're at in my life. If you were my fucking husband, I'd be like, go find the bitch that you want, because I'm not fucking her. I don't give a fuck who you are. My kids, if you don't fucking like me, go live with your grandma. You think I'm mean? Go live with her. She was way meaner than I am. She wants to smack you guys in the mouth 99 more times than I do. You know? So go ahead and live with her. You think you got a hard life now, wait till you talk back to her. No, I don't really give a fuck. Except for my pig, I make her love me. Anyways, so, you know, it comes to today. And things are different, right? How many of you guys found me as a LuLaRoe client? Let's start there. How many of you guys came into my world because you shopped LuLaRoe with me? So shout out me in the comments so I can get an idea. So we're going to figure out how you guys came into my world, and I'll get to my point in just a second. Lisa, oh yeah, my podcasts are off the hook. I loved the Alishia that recorded those podcasts. I did. I don't remember saying fuck too often in them, but I do love the Alishia that recorded those podcasts. I mean, she was on fire. That was a good world. How many of you guys came to me because you're direct sellers? Type DS. Do that for me. So how many of you guys came to me because, again, you were LuLaRoe, you type me. And how many of you guys found me because you are a direct seller? And as you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit. My passion, my dream, my heart, everything that is about me is what you guys see me doing every day right now. Okay? What you see me doing every day. My long, heartful posts, angel healing, selling, like the 7-day sales plan rock camp, the get your shift together power camp, the everything you see. I told you the other day, I don't give a fuck if you book another party, you recruit another team member, you quote unquote sell another item. If you're lost and if you're broken and you aren't connected with yourself and you have all of this stuff going on, I do not enjoy pushing somebody to sell to make money when they're broken as a person, when they're not taking care of themselves. I absolutely cannot stand that. It makes me nuts because I'm pushing you to do something that you're never really going to achieve because you're living your life as a lesser version of yourself, right? Because you haven't gotten to that point. And so anyways, I became a certified angel healer 2 to 3 years ago. What year are we in? I think it was also 15. That was a big year of change and growth, right? And it was something I realized I loved. It was something that I realized gave me a big peace within me, right? And so I knew that it was going to be part of me. And yesterday I was going through my notes on my phone, and in 3 years I wanted to be a medium and have a whole business around mediumship. I had wrote it on a note in my phone. I answered all of these questions. And one of them was like, what does your career in business look like in 3 years? And it was that I was a medium. And I thought that that was so fucking cool, because that's one of the things that I want to achieve this year. And this is the 3rd year since I wrote that out to myself, you know? And so anyways, going back, and we're going to wrap everything back around, is that in this power camp 2 years ago, once I got certified, I had angel healing in it. And when I asked everybody for their review, like of the power camp and what they loved and all that good stuff, notice I said asked. Okay. So now I'm asking for the feedback. And there was 50 people in the power camp. And 3 people said that they could have done without the angels. 3 out of 50. So what percentage is that? Like 3.5 or some shit? This time, none of those people re-signed up for the power camp, thankfully, because it wasn't meant for them. Hi, Tara. And that's okay. Here's the thing. And this is the whole thing. I'm an angel card reader, and I do angel healing sessions. There's going to be testimonials about them. People are going to be connected to them. I am also a life coach, so you're going to hear a lot about life shit. I am a business coach third. Okay? I work with angels, number 1. I'm a life coach, number 2. I'm a business coach, number 3. Why? Because that's the order I want it in. Why? Because that's the order that fulfills me. And then closer filtered throughout there. Okay. Selling clothes was never part of my passion or my dream. This last year, it's just been that vehicle until I realized that I was good enough to do what I was called to do. I realized that I would succeed at what I was called to succeed at. I realized that I could show up as my badass fucking self and do what I love every single day. LuLaRoe allowed me that bridge between where I was at the time that I started LuLaRoe to 4 weeks ago. Whatever happens with LuLaRoe happens. Just like the direct sales side of what I do here. If people don't want to continue buying my direct sales training, and that's fucking amazing, by the way, and being part of all the direct sales coaching and being a part of the fab saucery that is that world, even if you're not a direct seller, there's a lot of amazing training in what is called our Profit Lab. But anyways, if people don't want to be a part of that kind of stuff, get the fuck out. Do you know how many direct sales coaches there are out there? Go find them. If you don't connect with me, if you don't like the things that I do, if you don't like the messages that I'm putting out there, if you're offended or put off or it gets to your deep soul by something that I do, then fucking leave. Leave. I used to not be able to even read the word God because it would disconnect me immediately. Every time I read it in a book or in a post or in something, I would end up instantly disconnected because I've had a disconnection my whole life. There was never a connection, an instant disconnection, right? Whose fucking problem is that if it is a problem? Is it the person who's typing stuff about God, or is it mine? Whose choice is it? Do I have to continue reading it, staying friends with those people, keeping those people in my world? Fuck no. I can unfriend them, I can kick them out of my world, and I can move on. The one thing I can promise you that I would never do is send them a message because they put God in their posts or they put God in something in my group and tell them what I think about the fact that they did that. I would never do that. I would also never kick them out of my group because of their love for God. I would never kick them out of my group because that's where they live their life from. And I just wouldn't. So number 1, they would never get my unsolicited opinion. And number 2, it would never be something that stopped me anywhere in what I was doing to get to success. If my coach that I currently have right now had all of this godly stuff in what she does, she would still be my coach. I would have some shit to work on, I can tell you that right now. Because for me, I struggle hearing the message when I read the word God. But that doesn't mean that there isn't an amazing message there. That doesn't mean that she can't teach me. That doesn't mean that she's not a fucking badass. That doesn't mean that she's not my soulmate coach. Do you get what I'm saying? That just means that if I want to be with her, I have to learn within myself how to connect with her. I have to learn within myself how to work through that. And some of you guys hearing this, that's gonna fucking offend you, right? Oh my gosh, she has issues with the word God. Yes, I do. I do. I don't have issues with you and God. I have issues with me and God. And you know what? I said that once and I got a message. Actually, I said I don't believe in God. And then I got a message. Your life could have been done without the fact that you don't believe in God. I didn't need to know that. People don't need to know that. You know what? Fuck you. I didn't ask for your unsolicited opinion. I hate unsolicited opinions. I fucking hate them. If I ask you your opinion, I'm open to it. If I don't want them, period. Okay, so I wanted to tell you how I lost the $500,000 being my authentic self and swearing, right? So that was an unsolicited opinion about being unprofessional because I swear. And then I wanted to tell you, like, I had clients and, one of my things, I could have been done without the angel healing. Well, I couldn't have. I couldn't have done without it. So, I did it. I couldn't have done without it because I was called to do that. I couldn't have done without it because that's what I was meant to do. And so that's what I did. In the merger of these companies, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be things that you see that don't really connect with you. Didn't we have this conversation? What was it? A week and a half ago when I made this decision? There's going to be things that you don't connect with. There's going to be things that aren't you. There's going to be things that are uncomfortable to you, like the word God for me, or was. I'm good with it now. I worked through my shit, right? I've realized that the definition or the word God is replaced all across the world with people's belief systems. It's just how it is, right? The divine, higher power, like all these religions, they have their version of God and none of them are going to hell, or have gone to hell or whatever. Their houses aren't like lit up in flames. So it's okay for, you to have a replacement of that word or whatever. And so I basically given myself permission to accept it in the way that's best for me, And, so in this world and in this merger of all the different facets of what is Power Coach Alishia, everything isn't going to come out to you the perfect way. It's not going to be the way that you want it. And this was sparked from a message that I got. And the person is on here, and I'm probably going to get some bullshit back about that too. But the truth be told is I'm done with that conversation and I'm not having it anymore. And they're going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do. And I just don't give a shit. And I'm giving every single one of you who watch this video the permission to leave my fucking life. I am not going to show up as an edited version of myself because you don't like it. Number one. I'm not going to continue running 3 and 5 and 7 and 10 separate companies because you don't like something I'm doing. Fuck off, first of all. If you don't like the way that I'm running this, why don't you come here and do your best to run fucking 3 different companies 17 different ways? Why don't you come here and have 3 different teams that you have to answer questions to and lead them because you have 3 different ways? Why don't you deal with my fucking inbox of 150 messages a day, filtering people to 90 million different fucking places because I have all of these businesses? Why don't you come in my world and do what I do and then tell me that I shouldn't have merged my companies? Because I bet your ass couldn't fucking do it and juggle the balls and keep it up. Whoever thinks that I shouldn't have done that. It's fucking ridiculous. And then I have to take time away from my family. I have to take time away from myself. I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. I'm confusing everybody because I am the one person everywhere. But it's like, oh, you got to email here for this and email that for that. Nope, that's the policy for this group over here. Nope, don't put that here. Don't ask your direct sales questions over here. Those go over there. Oh yeah, LuLaRoe questions go over here. And by the way, if you want life coaching, click this link. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I don't want to live like that. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that because somebody gives me their opinion on what they think. And so I was also told that there's a lot of you that probably feel the same way this person does. That, you could do without the angel healing and it goes against everything you believe in. Then leave. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. And the other thing is, it's just a fraction of what is posted in the Rock Your Badassery world. How many of you guys read my questions every day? How many of you guys read my questions? How much, does that pertain to angel healing? There's a reason why those questions are there. I'm helping you as a person, right? How many of you guys have saw the sales post that I put out? Like, what is your number one goal this month? And what's your biggest challenge with selling? Have you guys saw that? How many of you guys have participated in Get Out of Your Way Wednesday? Raise your hand if you've seen Get Out of Your Way Wednesday. Oh, what about Q&A Friday, which is about your authentic self, right? And what you're struggling with. So questions and answers about your authentic self. Have you guys seen that? Every single day there's a post about angel healing. You want to know why? Because it's my number one. It's what I love, it's what I'm doing, and it's what fills me up. So fuck yes, it's posted every single day. But every single day I ask you questions. Every single day I'm talking to you. Every single day I'm getting to know you. And guess what else is also posted every single day? Me telling you about reaching 5,000 steps, right? I post that every single day because I'm proud of that fucking shit, right? So listen, I don't care what you think. I don't want to know what you think. I don't need your unsolicited opinions. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. So I wanted to do this live since there probably are other people who feel the way they felt or the way that they feel. She's absolutely fucking right. So here is your permission to fucking leave. Period. I don't need your money. I don't need your support. I don't give a fuck if you chose me because I'm amazing. I don't give a fuck if you chose me because I'm brilliant at what I'm doing. If you don't like it, then you gotta go or you gotta get the fuck over it. It's your only two choices, right? If you chose me because I'm amazing, then you love me as all of me or you don't love it at all. I don't care about your intentions. And I don't want a message. The only messages I welcome that are unsolicited is how much I have helped you and how much I have changed your life and how appreciative you are that I show up as I am. I don't need all the negative because the people in my world, they love me exactly the way that I am. And they don't want to do without this or that thing doesn't offend them to their core. It doesn't go against everything they believe in. I think it's so crazy how there's levels of your being like that. And I'm fucking judging because I think that's crazy. How are there levels of people's being that it's like a going against everything I believe in when it's not illegal? When it's not hurting anybody else? When literally you can ignore it and your life will go on. I don't understand that. Blows my mind. I have a lot to say about that. And I couldn't type this out because I was so mad. And when I get mad, I shake. I don't like unsolicited opinions. And I don't like people in my world that stay in my world so they can tell me what the fuck I shouldn't do. I went live and I told you guys what I was thinking about. I went live and everybody who came that day was so supportive about the merger. And I didn't make anybody in any of the worlds join this mergered world. I didn't add all 11,000 people from the Besties Boutique into the Rock Your Badassery. I didn't add all 12,000 people from the direct sales world into Rock Your Badassery. I didn't. It's a choice. And I pray to everything holy that anybody who watches this and decides they don't like me or that they're mad or that I've offended them in any fucking way, that they leave. Because if you send me a fucking message, I swear to everything, you are going to get the wrath of me. I don't need a message. Just leave quietly. That's all I want. Just leave. So I hate the fact that I have to do lives like this in one breath. And then in the next breath, I just want to say that this is what it takes to live your life unapologetically authentic. This is what it takes, is for you to believe in what you believe in, and for you to love what you love, and for you to live from where you live, and you do all of that from a place of not apologizing for it and being your fucking self. It's not an easy route. It's easier to edit yourself for what they want you to be and how they want you to be and how they want you to show up and what they want you to do than it is to live from this place. Because when you get those messages or those texts or those phone calls or those emails, it makes you want to say, maybe I shouldn't do that. But I have no fear of loss. I have no fear of loss. Once you lose $500,000, you've kind of, you learn that there's no, like, you don't have a fear of loss, right? I don't give a fuck. You know, it's fine. So I don't fear the people who leave, and I'm welcome, and I'm so excited for the people who come. I will say this, if you add somebody to the Rock Your Badassery Facebook group, I highly recommend that you send them a message and you share with them why you added them. Because if you add a whole bunch of fucking people who get offended and send me messages, I swear to God, you're going to get it. I swear to everything, you're going to get it. Because I don't know. I don't want to deal with that. So there's my preachism, my Alishia-isms, how my heart feels, and, where I'm coming from. So I hope this has helped you, like, realize the depths of being yourself, especially if you're like me and you're boisterous and you're like me and you're loud. I always say to Daniel, why is it that people feel the fucking need to tell me what they think when I don't ask for it? And he says, because you're the loud one. It's like the kid in school, right? It's like being in a class and all the fucking kids are talking and you can hear. I have really, really good ears. And so I can hear people whispering and talking. And then somebody asks me a question, I whisper back, and the teacher's like, Alishia, be quiet, move over here. And I'm just bitchy. So I'm like, they're talking too. Why aren't you making them fucking move? Can't say fuck. And then you get sent to the principal's office and they call my mom and then, all those things, and so that's what he said, because you're the loud one. It's like when you're sitting in class, you have no idea how many classes I've been kicked out of. Teachers that just didn't want me anymore. So I don't know. It's funny because now I'm like that girl again and I love it because she just didn't fucking care. She told teachers when they were bad teachers. That wasn't an unsolicited opinion, by the way. There was a parent-teacher conference, and the teacher called my mom in and me, and my mom's a bigger bitch than I am, just so we're all aware. That's where I get it. And the teacher's like, I feel like you don't like me. Why don't you like me? Never ask me that. So I told her, because you're a bad teacher, and I don't learn anything from you. So she cried. I got kicked out of her class. Anyways. So there's my message for you today. Take it or leave it. That's where I'm at. I swear. I'm me. Please be you. Please love God. Please keep putting your posts with reciting passages of the Bible and whatever floats your fucking boat. Please just be in my world as you are. And, if you can't find a training that you need help finding, I will send you the link. I will send you a message. If you want to learn more from me, plug in. If you don't, you're not learning shit and you're just being offended every day, please leave. I just want you to do whatever feels good to you, okay? Truth be told. Truth be told, that's all I want you to do. And I want all of us to believe in what we believe in. I want all of us to be who we are. And I want all of us to coexist in my world. So with that, I'm sending out into the universe that I get droves of amazing women that connect with my message, and that every single one of you who connected with what I said today and it uplifted you and brought you closer to me, that we get even closer. And any of you guys that it kind of pushed away and helped you make that decision that I am a big bitch and that I'm just not for you, I love that too. Like, I love you the same for whatever decisions that you make. I, again, just don't care to hear about it. Have I mentioned that yet? I don't need a message. Just leave quietly. Let's see what Donna said. You're entitled to what you want to believe and do what you want to do for you, your biz, and your spirit. I never did angel reading and just a mini pop, and it was so amazing. So she was probably going to say, I'll be doing a full one. People can learn from these differences and open up as a person themselves in so many ways instead of people bitching about it. So go ahead with your bab self. That's going to be on a shirt. I need to fucking write that down. Go ahead with your bab self. I love it. I support you always in all that you do. I'm so fulfilled by you. Aw, thank you, Donna. Yay. Yay. I love that. I love that unsolicited opinion. Yeah, you know what it is? I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I love unsolicited opinions that are positive and agree with me. And I don't like unsolicited opinions that are negative and disagree with me. I'm learned that about myself today. Because here's the thing. Who wants to know all the negatives that other people have to say? Like, I already know I'm a bitch. I already know that I'm controlling. I already know that I'm bossy. I already know that I'm in your face. I already know that I'm loud as fuck and I've got a big mouth and I'm highly opinionated. I already know all of the negative qualities that I obtain because I'm very honest with myself. But the thing that I never get the truth in these messages, okay? So this is probably my biggest challenge. Every message that I'm sent is an opinion. It's not a fact, right? They're not sending me a message and saying, that was pretty rude of you to post that. You know what it probably was? You should probably leave my world because I'm not the coach for you. I always say that. And then people get mad at me for saying that. Wow, really? That's where we're going now? I should leave your world if I'm offended? Wow. It's like, dude, I love confrontation. I really do. It's also another bad quality of mine. So I never get the messages that are like, you're so bossy. You're so controlling. You're so confidently full of yourself. Like, I never get that. I never get the facts about myself. You're such a bitch. Hell yeah, I am. That's why it's the Babe Club. I never get that. All the messages that I get are unsolicited opinions. They're not facts. Send me a message and be like, you think you know everything. Well, that's not really a fact because I'm always learning and growing, so that wouldn't work. But you're cocky. Yeah, I probably am. I'll go with that. You know what? You're right. I am. You want to know why? Because it's taken me a fuckload of a long time to get here and to get to this person and fucking fall in love with myself and accept me the way that I am. So you know what? I am a little cocky and I do believe that I'm amazing and I know that I'm brilliant and I know I can change people's lives and I know these things and it just is what it is. I did have somebody say that to me once. You're so arrogant. As you get older, you will realize that there's more to life than the way that you think. I don't think I will. Have you ever met my mom? Yeah. So anyways, I need fact messages. That would be great. You want to give me an unsolicited fact message? Let's do that. It's unsolicited opinion messages that make me crazy. All right. I digress. You're so welcome, Rosario. I'm glad that you guys liked it. I don't know. I gotta go live. So there's my stories for you and get to know me just a little bit more. I do love every single one of you. I do want you to know that. What does GAWD stand for? Is it an acronym? I don't know. It might not be. That might just be how you say it. Anyways, I do love every single one of you, and I accept you just the way that you are in whatever facet that, I'll tell you why, Christina, that you are, because I think that that's what makes the world so diverse, and that's what creates these tribes of people who do so much greatness together, and everybody's not supposed to be in everybody's, okay. Just making sure. Everybody's not supposed to be in everybody's world. And, you're in people's lives for whatever, what is that quote? A minute, a day or week, a month, a year, or a lifetime, or some fucking shit like that. Maybe you were in my life because of the way that I used to do things. Maybe you were in my life at a point for the way I used to show up. Maybe for the more fake ass version of myself and not being true to myself. And if that's so, then now I'm not the coach for you. But there's just so many coaches out there, that you can find somebody that brings it all forward for you the way that you want, if it's not me now. And I can only imagine that this person that I am every day that I fucking love is only going to become more raw and real. Not like raw. It'll be raw and real. Just maybe a little nicer. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, Christina. So this Amelia right here is on my wall because this Amelia is the Amelia that I'm going to wear when I get that speaking gig with a room that has 1,000 people in attendance. Intended for 1,000 people in attendance. This dress is waiting for my dream speaking gig. And my dream speaking gig is to speak to rooms full of 1,000 people. And so it's just waiting. It's waiting for it. Hi, Denise. What else was said? Oh, the Amelia. That's what I was answering. All right, guys. I love you. I'm going to go get a piggy harness at Tractor Supply. Maybe I'll walk my piggy around the block. And, yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll talk to you guys later. And just thank you for being here. And now I just got to work through my shit and digress and realize that it's okay to be me, do me the way that I do it. And I don't have to edit it because some people might not like it. And so I tell you that as well. It's okay to do you and be you and the way that you do it. And if people don't like it, it's okay. And it doesn't matter what you sell. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. It doesn't matter how you're showing up. I mean, maybe you can't swear at work because you would lose your job. So that is what it is. I'm just saying that people believe that when they tell you something that you're going to be something different or you're going to change it to make them happy. And, you know, sometimes maybe you will, right? Maybe you will change it to make them happy. But it has to make you happy too. It has to jive with you too. If there's truth in it for you, if it connects with you, then you rock it out. I fucking love what I do and every ounce of how I do it. And this is just the beginning. So with that, enjoy your Saturday and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.